last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors, and guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
Kill. Touch 50, touch 50. Check 26.
On second down now, Huntley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. To throw is Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man Hilton. And he goes out right around the 39. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
315. 45. Here we go, team. Here I come. Run pass. Run pass. Run pass.
This time, Wilson will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Here's Donald. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Five. Here we go, G. Get off the field. 58, boys. 58. Come on, take.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to break up 4th. Again, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Open man is Michael Thomas. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Easy. Touch.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll try the left side. Huntley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll run it now out of the gun. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
He's got it to Hilton. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City. Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Good, guys. 4 down, 4 down. 45.
Now Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
25. Jam.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Defense, keep it up, guys. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Ricky, 58.
On 2nd and 2, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you have 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. 14 yards is the pickup, 1st down, New Orleans. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way. Hey, dude. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm on.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Huntley.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
45. 280. Hey, 0, 0, 0. 19. 45 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. What?
To throw is Wilson on 3rd and 2. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Gotta go, in and out.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Shit. Be alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands. But he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go.
Cross. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
What? 280. You're all mine, baby. Good job right there. Check three. Hey. He's checking. Crash. Tight weapon. Tight go. Under 10. 10. Save. Check safety. Shift. Bang out.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 20. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
58, Mike. Check. Hey, orbit. 58's the Mike. Go 58's the Mike. I got him. 58's the Mike.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Darnold from the gun. He gets it to Thomas. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, nice 7.
On 1st and 10, Darnold under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Darnold now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Watch the safety creep.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Friday. Look left. 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huntley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And touchdown! A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. As his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Myers connects on the PAT. And they're back within a touch. To boot it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And return as they're finally able to take him down.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Hey, Charlie.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Switch. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Now Darnold. And he finds a man on a crossing route. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Wide, get wide. Let's go.
Now it's Wilson. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a give, right side. Huntley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Single. 85 is coming, watch.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's a first down. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And he will the touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. On first down, Darnold. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Darnold on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Darnold. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Darnold. Got an open man. It's QT. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
23. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? They've been in attack mode, had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Wilson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Now a give, right side. Huntley, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, alert. Watch it.
On first down, Huntley. He finds some open field here. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. 49 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5. And
extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11.